Nick and Perry on the mic, straight killing. Talking wrestling, news, mad thrilling. From the ring to the headline spilling. Every match, every feud, bone chilling. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match, they type. In the ring, we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light. SmackDown, Raw, they break it all down. From body slams to the champ's new crown. Tag teams, giants, they cover each town. Every heel, every face, every showdown. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match, they type. In the ring, we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light. Ladder matches to steel cage thrill. From pay-per-views to the backyard mill. Nick and Perry got the inside skill. WrestleMania world at their will. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match, they type. In the ring, we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light.
Here we go.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sheep Pop Podcast, episode 248 of the Sheep Pop Podcast. I am Nick. I'm here as always with Perry, and back to the two of us again for this week. And sorry for the late episode. I was busy on Monday. I was at a metal concert with my brother, so I could not do the show Monday, so we're doing it now. This is our WrestleMania 41 rundown and predictions. How you doing, Perry? How you feeling?
I'm all right. How about you? Just getting over being sick. Don't eat cheese cubes, everybody. It'll give you phlegm.
Yeah,
You don't want that.
no, yeah, and everybody's getting sick around this time of year, so I hope everybody is out there is doing well. Glad to hear you're doing a little bit better, Perry.
Thanks.
But yeah, we're going to be doing some WrestleMania predictions. WrestleMania is this weekend, Easter weekend, which is the craziest thing. We were talking about it before we went live that, like, I don't remember the last time WrestleMania was this late in April. I don't remember. It's usually late March or the first week of April.
Fans used to get really mad when it was on April 1st. I don't think people remember that. It was always like March 28th time.
Yeah.
And then when they would put it April 1st, people are like, oh, what are you doing? Are you going to have 2 pay-per-views in April? It's like, yeah. Well, here we are again.
Yep. And, yeah. So it's Easter, and Easter's also later this year. So last year, I think it was in March, it wasn't this late. So, also my birthday weekend. So it's Saturday, night 1, I will be 33 years old.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. But what's going on, Cougar Man? We got some people in the chat. Cougar Man, Frank, what's going on? But yeah. So we're gonna run down this card real quick, and then we could talk about a few other things too. But we're trying to get through this pretty concisely because Perry also has game complainers later tonight. So yeah, we're gonna try to get through all this in a timely manner. Okay. Before we get into it though, we were talking about it. The build up for some of these matches has been kind of underwhelming. We were talking about it before we went live. I think the stuff for the Punk match has been probably the best stuff. Specifically, we were talking about the Cena and Cody stuff because Cena hasn't been on TV for, what he turned heel, then he missed TV for 2 weeks, and he was on TV when they were overseas. And then once they got back to the States, that he wasn't on TV. So the whole build was done at the international audience, like in front of them. So it just kind of feels like kind of lackluster because when they were on screen together, it was good.
Right.
It just didn't happen every week. And that last one was probably the best one. The last time he was on TV. And then it kind of just like, I feel like this should be a bigger deal, especially with Cena being heel and they had the whole thing with The Rock. The Rock didn't even pop up at all.
No, he still hasn't.
Yeah, so it's like it just kind of just feels like they kind of, unless there's some crazy shit going on with the with with that main event, which could still happen. Um, even though the buildup was lackluster, they're gonna have to really stick the landing for people to talk about this match because you would think with everything riding on it, with Cena turning heel and the whole big angle at Elimination Chamber to end the show, that there'd be more, but it just kind of feels underwhelming. But I think you were saying the same thing, Perry.
Yeah, there has been no build, and there was like a joke that Cena's still a face in the United States because he hasn't appeared. He hasn't
As
appeared
a
as a
heel.
heel here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on TV. I don't know where they were on TV the last couple of weeks because I haven't really been watching. But so I still don't know if he's face of the United States. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been on TV as a that like him being at WrestleMania will be the first time since the Elimination Chamber. Was the Elimination Chamber's in the States, right? Yeah.
No, it's Canada.
Canada.
He's
Okay.
literally been a heel
Yeah.
outside the
And
United
everywhere.
States.
Yeah. So, but yeah. But
The problem with this whole thing was if you're gonna do a big turn like this, you gotta capitalize on it the next night. And they really didn't do that. They're like, oh yeah, he turned heel. All right, no big deal. We'll see him when we see him. It's like this is your WrestleMania main event. Like for the title. And this is gonna be his 17th title.
And this is your biggest like probably the most, I mean, this got the most mainstream attention to anything wrestling related in years.
Right.
I mean, everybody was talking about this thing because John Cena is a huge name and he's grown his name outside of wrestling with the movie stuff. So this was a big deal. And it got a lot of people talking, people that hadn't watched in a while were like, oh shit, I might tune in for this.
The fact that they haven't really been building this up, for some reason, I'm thinking he's losing. Because they're not building Cody up to like be.
Yeah.
Even though Cena has dates after WrestleMania, he's wrestling 3 months straight on TV, and Cody apparently has no dates. So I don't know if that's them just swerving people. I don't know if that's really what's going to happen. He's going to win the title, and Cody's going to go on vacation for a little bit. There's nothing to this.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. When I went to the Garden, I was at the Raw, the March 10th Raw, with the cage match with Punk and Rollins. And I think I talked about it on here. The presentation of that show live, it just felt like I was at a TV show. It didn't feel like I was at a wrestling event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When, the way they used to have it back in the day.
Yeah.
And I get things change, but it's just like cameras on, go, 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 go. And I don't, on TV, it looks better on TV, but I just think that kind of hindered the buildup for this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, just put matches on, and then as long as they're good matches, put them on there. And it's like, guys, you're building up WrestleMania. You're not building up. I don't know who farted in your house, 62 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This isn't a throwaway pay-per-view in like December.
Remember WrestleMania 17, My Way or the Highway by Limp Bizkit? They bang that song into your head. I don't know what the song is for the show. I have no idea.
It's Travis Scott. That's the only thing I know about. Like, because they brought it up, but that's it. Like, no,
they're not doing anything to beat this in your head. Like, this is WrestleMania, like to get you hyped up. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have this match and that match and this match, and here's night 2, and it's like, guys, this is WrestleMania. We should all be excited.
Last year's build was definitely way better.
Oh yeah,
last year's build felt like a WrestleMania.
It was do or die time for Cody Rhodes. Everybody, yeah.
Yes, yeah, and it was just the whole,
And people crapped on The Rock for pivoting and all that, but it's like that got people more interested.
Yeah.
And then the fact that we didn't know what the hell Rock was going to do on both nights. Man, that's what I'm just saying. Like you said, last year was way better. Build up.
It makes the whole Cena thing just kind of feel like they just didn't know what else to do, and they was like, "Hey, Cena, will you do it?" Kind of like a last minute thing, which is kind of like how it ended up happening.
Right.
From what I remember hearing about was that like they came to Cena with the idea like I don't know, like a week or two before, and he was like, "Let's do it." Because like everyone was going, I kind of going like, "What the fuck what are they planning? This and that and the third," and then it got people talking,
Right.
and I was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna knock it out of the park 2 years in a row with the build." But then after the build, it's just been kind of like,
When you
at least for
turn
this
this guy
match,
heel after 20 years,
yeah,
we
yeah,
were like, oh, they're off to the races here. And then he's not
yeah.
there for like 2 weeks. It's like, what are you fucking doing with this?
Oh yeah. No, it really it really was like I don't know. It just
Or
I
have
feel like the
they should have had Rock come out and say, you know what? I'm speaking for John Cena because I own his soul. You know how much heat that would have fucking gotten? The internet would
yeah.
have been wanting to go after this guy. It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Even if you're not
They
gonna
didn't
have
do any of
Cena
it.
on, even if you're not gonna have Cena on there, have The Rock come out.
That's what I said. Say,
And
I
yeah,
own his
like
soul. He doesn't
yeah,
need to be
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You're wicked hot. What's up? Brian, what's
Um,
up? Or see Kyron, what's up? All these guys in the chat here. Frank, Cougar Man, Kyron, you're wicked hot. What's going on, guys?
what's going on, guys? But um, but yeah, but and the card is it looks like a good card both nights. It's just the build for some of these matches has been just lackluster, you know.
Yeah,
But
even the Tiffany Charlotte thing, that's got more of a build, but it's more of a build on the internet because people are like,
because
oh, oh,
they're taking personal shots at each other.
right. But I think it's a work, obviously, like a work shoot. But everyone on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
internet's thinking
yeah,
it's a shoot, which is good because you want people to watch it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But even that's been fucking lackluster, man. Like the whole build up.
yeah. Well, I think the whole stuff with Charlotte is just because, like we talked about in the last episode, that Charlotte winning was just like such like the run of the mill thing for them to do. It's just kind of like, and it was like, oh great, Charlotte's won the Royal Rumble, and then she's going on to WrestleMania, and it just, I mean that promo, well, even though they were taking shots, which I agree with you, I think it's more of like, they talked about it beforehand, like, hey, is it okay if I go here, kind of thing, and because I think they even knew that no one was talking about this shit, so they were like, fuck it, let's just start taking shots at one another and get
Well,
the internet talking at least.
the internet hates Charlotte because she keeps winning. She comes back and wins
Yeah.
the Royal Rumble. The internet's on fire.
Mhm.
So instead of them like crapping on her, just do a work shoot.
Yeah.
Get people interested. Be like, ooh. Instead of just saying Charlotte sucks all day.
Yeah.
So I
And
see
and
why they
even
did that, but still, I mean,
I think it was too little too late kind of thing where it was like,
and the Uso
know.
Gunter thing, it's been fucking ridiculous. Every week
Yeah.
the guy runs out and grabs him from behind. It's like, okay. And then everyone's like, well, this shit sucked. We'll have him come out and have him bleed next time. Oh, now we're all into the thing. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be a great show. I'm going to watch it, but the buildup has
Yeah.
been not that good.
So we're gonna run down these matches. I didn't even know. I know a decent amount of these matches. I didn't know some of these matches, so we can just skim through some of these. Um, what is this first one? Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Isn't that Chad Gable in a mask?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? What do we? This seems like some Vince McMahon shit, low key. Like having putting the white dude saying he's a luchador from the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America, whatever they're calling saying he's from.
Right.
Like it just, I don't know. It just seems like a very Vince McMahon thing. I'm sure that, I mean, Chad Gable's amazing, but and so is Ray. I mean, I'm giving up the Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio is the one wrestler in his 50s that's still kind of balling.
Right.
Like he can. I mean, those stem cells in his knees, bro. They saved his ass.
Yeah.
That
Big
man
time.
That man went to Brazil, got them stem
Well,
cells, or wherever he went.
What match you going to be more excited for? El Grande versus Rey Mysterio or Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable? So, I mean,
Yeah,
you got to put an edge on the guy somehow.
yeah. But it should be a fun match. I mean,
Yeah, it'll be good.
yeah. And I'm guessing Rey Mysterio is going to win that. That's just a guess out of nowhere. Jade Cargill and Naomi, this has been the one build I think they've been doing actually a decent job with, dating back to Elimination Chamber. Um, I still think Bianca was involved somehow, for sure.
That's probably
But
where
I
you're going to
think,
see the reveal at WrestleMania.
yeah. Um, so do you think that cost Jade the match then? Do you think like Bianca cost her the match, or is
Uh,
it or Jade wins it after the fact?
could go
She
either
comes
way,
out?
either at the
Yeah,
end or after Jade wins.
yeah.
She comes
I
out, holds her arm up,
I
and then clotheslines her or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm going Jade
We'll see.
Cargill.
Yeah, same. Um, next, again, I think this will be a decent match, but I think this is going to be the first title win for Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight for the
Jacob
US
Fatso.
title.
Who's that?
Yeah, Jacob Fatu's winning this 100%. I think Jacob Fatu has star written all over him 100%. And this is going to be like the start of him, you know, like that trajectory for him, because that dude's got it. He's got the in-ring ability, and he's got the mic skills. You believe him when he talks. So this is gonna be a win for Jacob Fatu, and it'll be a good match.
Right.
Because they but Jacob Fatu is gonna beat LA Knight for sure. So
Yeah, fuck LA Knight. Foghorn Leghorn motherfucker. Get out of here. I'm sick of that guy. Well, let me tell you, I should be champion. It's like, shut the fuck up. No one cares, asshole. Go back to Kentucky and eat your Kentucky Fried Chicken over there. Nobody gives a fuck.
now also on
Don't you have a
night
bulldog
one-
to spank, you stupid idiot?
on night one originally, from what I'm reading, was supposed to be night one. It was supposed to be Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, of course, has to get neck surgery. They don't know when he's going to be back. Now there's rumors that it might be Randy Orton and Nick Aldis
No,
at Mania.
it's got to be Rusev.
You think it's gonna be Rusev? Because
Gotta
they've been
be.
teasing. They've been teasing the Nick Aldis stuff on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know. But
yeah.
Again, this is WrestleMania. If you're going to fucking do it, say, hey, it's going to be Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they haven't. And I assume it's going to be Rusev as a surprise guy.
Gotcha.
Although I don't know, Rusev cannot beat Randy Orton. It's got to be someone that's going to beat the shit out of Randy Orton. And I don't know if they're going to give Rusev a win off of AEW TV.
First match back, yeah.
Which would mean Orton would have to beat Rusev, and then it would be Aldis turning heel, basically, and say, well, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get someone else to beat you up next time. They would have to continue that. So who the hell knows? I hope it's Nick Aldis, because he was really cool in TNA as Magnus.
Oh, yeah. No, Nick Aldis was, I think, super underrated, because he was popping off in TNA when TNA was kind of like, on the downturn.
Yeah, the final days of Dixie over there.
Yeah, yeah. But he was always a really good worker. And he was always, everybody like talks like very highly of him, just as a person as well, and just as like a mind for wrestling. So he's always been really solid. And he's never officially retired. He just joined WWE as an on-screen character. He never officially retired,
right?
From what I understand. So he's still in ring shape. So
Solo Sikoa says MILF Man, or Aleister Black. I don't know. It could be Aleister Black too. We don't know.
Yeah,
we have no idea.
Be. There's a bunch of guys.
Solo Sikoa wouldn't really be anything special. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There are a bunch of guys that are supposed to be heading to WWE. That will probably. I think Aleister Black might be like a night after WrestleMania.
Yeah, me too.
But there's also talk about that guy from New Japan apparently is coming over. Cobb or something like that.
Oh, Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't think it's going to be him. But I'm just saying that there's also.
They already signed Rusev, so he's just waiting.
Yeah.
But again, they had to. Is he worth the WrestleMania payday when the guy's just coming back? We don't know.
Yeah. But
maybe it'd be Joe Hendry. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Well, then it wouldn't be a threat to Randy Orton now, would it?
No. So But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But that was supposed to be night one, that Orton Owens match. I don't know if they're still to do the Orton stuff night one. We'll have to see. But because I think
He's definitely having a match with somebody.
yes, but there still is SmackDown to come on Friday. So
Hey,
we'll
what
see
if we get Randy Orton versus The Rock?
That'd be pretty crazy.
I don't know why the fuck he'd fight on behalf of Nick Aldis, but Rock doesn't have a match and Orton doesn't have a match. Well, Orton does have a match. He doesn't have an opponent.
Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. We were talking about that earlier. The build for this has been it's been pretty bad. Besides that last promo where they were kind of just taking kind of cheap shots at one another. I mean, it'd probably be a good match. I mean, they could both work, but hopefully, I'm hoping Tiffany wins, but I think Charlotte's gonna win.
Well, listen, we want Tiffany to win because even though I don't care either way,
yeah.
I'm just sick of Charlotte Flair always fucking winning. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tie my dad. No, you don't. Your dad lost 17 times because he sucked.
Yeah, no.
Just remember that.
A lot of Charlotte's heat is coming from the fact that people are just kind of like sick of her always winning.
It's the John Cena effect.
Yeah. So, but then it says, see here, Gunther and Jey Uso.
Oh,
it's gotta be
God.
Gunther. It's got to be Gunther. I would think it's gonna be Gunther.
Yeah, I don't see Uso walking out with the belt.
No. And then the night one main event, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner versus Seth Rollins. This is going to be a great match. I know it's going to be a great match, but I don't know what the fuck's going to go down. I've seen like certain clips from the last couple shows about apparently on Monday. I didn't see Monday's show. Apparently, Rollins said some things that were similar to Cena's press conference after the Royal Rumble, which leads people to believe that he might be aligning at some point with Cena and he might be the third man with Cena and The Rock. I don't know if that's true or not. He said stuff like, best for business and
hey,
a lot.
I said somebody else was going to be the third man. Who did I say was going to be the third man?
Did you say Punk or
no? Just the other day. Right here, Maven. Maven's the third man because Maven posted he's in Vegas for WrestleMania.
That's funny.
The Maven World Order. Come on.
And also a lot of people think that Heyman's going to turn on Punk or something.
What if Heyman just stays with Roman?
Yeah.
Or I have an idea, although I don't know if this is going to happen because of the whole thing, but what if Heyman fucking just sends Lesnar out and has Lesnar kill all those guys and that's it? He walks out with Lesnar. That'd be crazy, right?
That'd be hilarious. That'd be nuts.
This way he doesn't have to deal with these fucking guys.
But this is gonna be a really good match. I don't know who wins this.
Gotta be CM Punk.
Oh, I want CM Punk to win 100%. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. They can go multiple different ways. It's definitely the one match I'm looking forward to the most on night one. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's your night one set. So there's 7 matches announced for night one and 6 matches announced for night 2. So this is night 2. Geez, Perry, remember when this used to be one night? And we'd go.
Yeah, and they just extended it by an hour or two.
Yeah.
From 7 to midnight, remember? What was that? WrestleMania 17 from 7 p.m. until midnight.
Yeah, well, and then we had those years where they would put all of these matches on one show, and then we would get done watching the show like 1:30.
Yeah,
we're like, oh, we're just doing the show with the recap because we used to go live immediately after pay-per-views. So, but sometimes WrestleMania, the last few like one night long WrestleManias they were going to like 1:30 in the fucking morning. I'm like, bro, I got work tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck.
Frank's brother-in-law went to the one over here with the women main eventing.
Yeah.
And that went until like 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday. It was Monday morning.
Yeah.
He didn't get home because he lives over here. He had to catch the trains and everything. He didn't get home until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was a few years where I went to go watch. My buddy used to do a.
Well, we talked about it too. The trains, they didn't get the signal that the show was still going, so they went home. The train conductors went home. They were called back to come. They're like, you got a bunch of people here waiting. Well, we never got the call from WWE or whatever. A big mess, man. It's all because Vince wanted to lock people in the building like Jigsaw over here.
Yeah, no,
That was a fucking maniac, man.
Yeah. So, so night 2, first match listed here.
This is UFC or TKO, just trying to get the money back by having these things every night.
Yeah,
they paid $9 billion for this thing. They're gonna make that $9 billion back quicker than how they spend it.
Yeah. First match listed here is a fatal 4-way for the IC title. Braun Breaker putting his title on line against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. This is probably gonna be a banger match, but I think Braun Breaker's gonna retain here.
Either Braun or Penta.
Yes, either Braun or Penta. The only way I see Penta winning is if they, and I think they do. I think they plan to have Braun Breaker be a move up.
Right.
But
well, if you remember, originally it was going to be Penta versus Braun because Penta looked at him backstage holding the belt.
Yeah.
And then now you're telling me it's a 4-way, so it's either one of those two.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see that spear he hit? I don't know if you saw the clip of that.
Oh, I saw that. And I saw someone added the Sonic the Hedgehog rings.
The ring. I follow the guy that does those on Twitter.
That was great.
But then
he's a Steiner.
Yeah, no, he's crazy, man. That kid might have even more athleticism than his dad and his uncle. Like,
you know how it's funny how the future of WWE were the children of WCW wrestlers. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Charlotte, Cody, Bray Wyatt. What's Bray Wyatt's brother's name? Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
And who's this guy now? Who are we talking about here?
Braun.
Braun Breaker. Yeah. That's 5 WCW legends that are building WWE. It's crazy.
Crazy. Also makes me feel old as shit. But
well, imagine if WCW was still around. They would probably all be over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You never know.
For sure. Okay. Next here is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Hopefully AJ Styles wins. I think it's gonna be a banger match. I think it's gonna be a good match, but I'm just hoping AJ Styles wins.
AJ Styles needs to change his look, man.
I think they're gonna go absolutely insane.
The guy looks like he shits on his pants and everything. Like he looks horrible.
But yeah, no, I think it'll be a good match. I just hope AJ wins because I don't like Logan Paul. But I think Logan Paul is good in the ring. But as a person, I don't want to see Logan Paul.
Yeah, hopefully AJ Styles wins.
Yes. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a street fight, Sin City street fight. Drew McIntyre's winning that. They're probably gonna go crazy with some of the spots because Drew's been beating the shit out of his body these last few, like the stuff he did with Punk and everything.
Right.
And I think they're gonna go nuts, but I think McIntyre's winning that. You have for the triple threat for the women's championship, Bianca versus Rhea versus Io Sky. In the triple threat. Even this build-up's been kind of underwhelming.
Well, if Bianca shows her true colors on night 1, then Jade Cargill's probably going to ruin her chances here.
Ah, okay.
But
that'd be interesting.
Or if she reveals after the fact, maybe on Monday or something, who knows? I think Rhea Ripley's walking out as champion here. They took it off her for a reason. I think it was to put it back on her at WrestleMania.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Her character's on fire right now.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And then let's see here. What is this other one here? Tag team match for the women's tag team titles. I didn't see this
I
one.
didn't even know they had women's tag team titles.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were the tag champs, taking on Bailey and Lyra Vicaria. Liv Morgan. All right, I don't know what's going on with that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I was there, dude, they treated Bailey like she was a jobber. They treated Bailey like she was an enhancement talent at the Garden, and I was like, "What is going on here?"
And last year, she was the fucking champion walking out of
right.
Mania.
So I don't know what's up with her. I don't know if they got something against her or.
I don't know, man. I mean, Bailey deserves a lot better than what she does get. She's awesome. I love Bailey.
Yeah, they broke up Damage Control, and ever since then, she's like been teetering. Yeah. But it was bad at the Garden, man. I looked at Frank. I was like, "What happened? Like, why is she being a jobber tonight?" She got like no offense. It was horrible. She was treated really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that, but I guess we'll find out at some point.
And then the main event, Cody Rhodes putting his title on the line against John Cena. So do you think there's going to be some fuckery here with this ending? It's not going to be a clean ending.
Yeah, you're going to get what you got last year, but I think you're going to hear the glass break this year. That's pretty much confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
I think they purposely did this so they could redo that ending again the proper way with the glass breaking.
Yeah. Yeah. No Undertaker gongs this year. Just give us the glass.
He could go gong his ass for all I care. They made that movie Step Brothers about him and Kane licking white dog shit on the floor. Everyone's making him do it. That was about Undertaker and Kane, everybody. Come on. We all know the truth here.
But yeah, I think, I mean, like you said, I think Cody might win this, but I know they said Cena's going to be on TV, and I think it's like, it just seems too by the numbers that Cena wins.
What if Cena wins and then Punk comes out and goes, "You asshole"? Who knows?
I think we're going to see a Cena Punk feud this year.
Oh, we're going to see it.
That. I mean, there's a reason why CM Punk, there's a reason why CM Punk, the whole thing, like him calling out, Cena for, aligning with The Rock and saying that he saw through you. He saw through Cena the whole time. Well,
that's the old Bobby Heenan line about Hogan when Hogan turned.
Yeah.
Because when Hogan turned, Bobby Heenan said, "I told you guys, nobody believed me." And it's like, bro, you were the fucking heel. He was the face the whole time.
Yeah.
But there you go.
But yeah, that is your that's WrestleMania. But I'm thinking, so who do you think is winning that one? You think John?
Could go either way here.
Yeah.
The build has just been so fucked up because either one of these guys could walk out and you're like, all right, good. But
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
There's been nothing to make you think otherwise. So whoever wins it, I guess Cena will win it, but if Cena wins it, somebody's gonna come out and challenge a guy. Or if he loses, does Rock come out and get pissed off at him and then he turns on Rock? And he instantly turns babyface at WrestleMania again. What are we doing? I don't know what they're doing. Maybe Cena loses, Rock comes out, like, "You motherfucker, you're supposed to win that belt," whatever. And then Cena gives him the FU. And then we got 3 times in a lifetime over here. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, we'll have to see. Now, the night before WrestleMania, they're doing the Hall of Fame. So they have announced that it's DDP inducting Lex Luger. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a smokescreen for them to, have Sting as a surprise or if it's like confirmed that Sting's not doing it. But
I don't think
DDP's
Sting's doing it because, like I told you,
yeah,
they've been taking shots at AEW on TV.
Yeah.
And, on Busted Open, they were like, they shouldn't do that because it's going to ruin the deal. It's like, I think the deal's already been done. There is no deal.
Yeah.
So
DDP is inducting Lex Luger.
And let me tell you something. Tony Khan's a little pissant for that bullshit. These guys were friends forever. And you're not going to let this guy go over there?
Yeah.
I understand if Sting was an active wrestler. You don't want him wrestling at WrestleMania. I get that.
No.
But Sting is retired.
Yeah.
Luger is retired. It's like, this is not going to hurt anybody.
Sting would be out there for 10 minutes tops. It would be Luger's moment.
Yeah, and by the way, people would be like, oh, Sting's on TV. Where's he been? Oh, he's been jumping off fucking glass in AEW. That's cool. Like, hello, it still promotes you, even though it doesn't promote you.
Yeah. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Even just remember something. Tony Khan won't let this guy go over there, but TNA let Ric Flair do the Hall of Fame. Just remember that.
Yeah. Says so Undertaker's inducting Michelle McCool, his wife. No shocker there. And then Shawn Michaels
he's a simp. Fuck him.
Shawn Michaels inducting Triple H.
He's a simp too. Fuck him.
The Natural Disasters are going in. They have not announced who they're going to be inducted by.
Who's left?
I don't know.
Jimmy Hart? I mean, who the hell could put them in?
Yeah. Then Kamala is going in.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, these are the legacy ones.
Okay.
So, like,
what about
Kamala,
I thought Demolition was going in.
I don't see anything about Demolition here.
I thought Demolition was going in the Hall of Fame this year.
I remember reading that rumor that they were rumored to be going in, but Dory Funk Sr. is also going in legacy wing, and Ivan Koloff.
Well, Dory Funk Sr., isn't he still alive? Terry Funk isn't, but Dory, I think, is still around. Although he's like 105 years old, this guy.
Dory Funk Sr. died in 1973.
Okay. So there's Dory Funk Jr. then that I'm thinking about.
Yes.
All right.
He's still alive.
All right.
Yeah. He's 84.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the guy I'm talking about.
Yes. And then they're much like UFC does, they're going to start inducting matches into the Hall of Fame.
Which is grabbing that low fruit.
They are inducting Bret Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13, and that match will be inducted by CM Punk.
Nice. That match took place in Chicago, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's one of, if not my favorite WrestleMania match of all time. Like, I love that match so much. Yes, I love that match so much.
It was a double turn. You turned Austin into a good guy, and turned Bret into a bad guy.
Oh, yeah, no, those are my two, like...
It's fucked up that they didn't have Ken Shamrock there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
But it's just funny how I always say, like, people ask me what my top 3 wrestlers are, and I say 3 is CM Punk, 2 is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and 1 is Bret Hart, and they're all 3 involved in this induction here,
right?
Because it just, I don't know, it just, I love that match so much. So I'm happy they're gonna start doing that, and to shine lights, and it opens up these matches to a whole younger audience. They might be like, oh, I've never seen that match before. Let me go fucking.
Unfortunately, McMahon's calling that one.
Oh yeah, he does call that one.
Yeah, because if you watch the when they announced they were inducting him, they cut all his lines out.
That's crazy. That is, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
He was doing commentary back in '97. A lot of people don't remember that.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Damn, yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. Fuck that guy.
That's crazy though. But
motherfucker's a leprechaun at the Knicks game. Come on.
But yeah, so that's gonna be the Hall of Fame the night before. which is immediately after SmackDown at the Fontainebleau Hotel in Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
it's a brand. It's a chain of the Fontainebleau is like a
The futon.
resort. It's a resort and casino in Vegas. So it's very nice, very upscale. But yeah, so that's the Hall of Fame, and that's the WrestleMania rundown. Is there anything else you want to get into, Perry? That any topics, anything you want to bring up news wise?
There was something I totally forgot though. What's with these AEW fan guys, fanboys, going after Stephanie Victoire or whatever her name is?
Oh, Vakir, yeah.
Why are people going after this lady? Because she wrestled in AEW once. Conan told her, "Don't go there," so she went back. She went to WWE, and all these fans are like, "Oh, she used AEW." I was like, "She had one fucking match and nobody watched."
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She used AEW, you dumb fucks. You know why she went to WWE? Because this is when they had the problem with Penta and Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Conan, he talks to all these guys. He called her and Julia, whatever fucking name is.
Julia.
And goes, "Don't go there. Like, don't sign a contract with them." And they didn't. They backed off because they saw what was going on with Ray Phoenix and Penta.
Yeah.
So the fans are fucking stupid because they don't pay attention to this stuff online. They pay attention to everything else online, but they don't pay attention to the actual story online.
Yeah.
So had Tony Khan not been an asshole to those other two guys, he probably would have had both those women right now in AEW. Not using them.
Yeah. I'm seeing this. Nick Khan took a shot at AEW during press this week.
Oh yeah, he said something like he doesn't mind the owner of the Jaguars or something.
Oh. He was on the Bill Simmons
And
podcast.
he also said he won't sign AEW talent just to bench them, which is a huge shot at fucking AEW.
That's crazy.
But it's funny because WWE's done that. Listen, I know it's a different company now, but McMahon would do that. He would sign people to let them go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that on this show plenty of times of him doing that.
Yeah, and our guy, Sean, Kenny Omega guy, he's like, "Oh, that's great business." And I'm like, "It isn't great business. It makes your company look stupid."
Yeah.
That really hurt AEW.
It says, he said on AEW being a competitor, he said, in terms of other wrestling companies, they have a lot of talented wrestlers, and we're happy about that. When contractually they are available to talk and have conversations with, assume a number of them will come over.
Right.
Nothing but respect to the father who finances it and owns the Jaguars and all those other things.
Wow.
And then on this, he was asked, unlike others, WWE will not acquire too much talent if they can't utilize them properly. He said, that's something we won't do. We won't sign and bench people. We sign people who we want to use. If another entity signs and benches people now, that's not something we would do.
That's not a good look, though, because you got guys right now that are being benched in WWE.
100%.
So he's kind of coming out looking like a dick saying that.
Yeah. He said he was asked if AEW was guilty of doing exactly that. He said, that's what I've been told from time to time. Not us, though. I
motherfucker, you got to look at your own backyard.
I think both companies do it. I think they both companies, they do have, they have a lot of talent, and they don't use all of their talent. It's impossible to use every single one of your wrestlers properly, if you want to put it that way. It's so hard.
You know what it was? Vince was always scared that he was going to pull an Eric Bischoff and fire that one guy that was going to be the Steve Austin somewhere else. Yeah. So that's why Vince put the 90 days. Excuse me. Vince put the 90 days in so that you would forget about this guy by the time he got wherever he was going.
Yeah.
That's why he did that. But Vince was always scared that I'm going to fire the guy who's going to become the next Stone Cold, because he didn't want that to happen to him. That's embarrassing. I mean, look, he had nothing to worry about with half these guys because AEW dropped the ball with them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's crazy for Nick Khan to just kind of come out there.
Can I ask you something? Seriously, what is AEW's end game? Because it's all coming back down to the Elite and Jon Moxley. It's like we're right where we were when we started. What is the fucking point of spending all this money, having this company, doing all these TV deals? What is the point? What is your end game?
I know a coworker of mine who was at that Philadelphia show, their last pay-per-view.
Right.
And he said it was rough. It was a rough watch.
Yeah, because it's like, what is the end game here? To put on great matches? You're spending billions of dollars to put on great matches that people aren't even fucking watching. Tony Khan is paying all his money so Dave Meltzer could jerk off with his Vaseline later on. That's all this shit is.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't even know, man. I don't know. Why would you put all that money in and you still got the same 6 fucking guys?
Yeah. No, it makes no sense to me.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No.
There is no end game to this company. The end game is if something happens to him or if he runs out of money, that's the end of the company. They're not building any stars up. Who are they building? The Elite doesn't let anybody get any. They're the glass ceiling there. Which is funny because they say, oh yeah, WWE was the glass ceiling of Vince. Come to AEW. And in AEW, Vince has gone in WWE, and now in AEW, the Bucks like, we're the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point? What is the point of this company? And by the way, they're celebrating because after tonight, they will have outlasted WCW on the TNT network. Yeah. It's like, that's not a badge of honor. You might think it is. They had a lot of crappy shows, and so did you.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking idiots. What are they doing to MJF? You know what? I don't feel bad for MJF. This is what he wanted, and this is what he got. He wanted so much money to the point where his career is like nullified, and that's what it is. No one's going to give a fuck about this guy in a few more years when he goes to WWE. There's nothing he could do in WWE that's going to like do anything because he's going to be older. The shtick that he was using 5 years ago isn't going to work by the time he gets to WWE. Say he signs in WWE in 2030. He's going to be an old fucking man. He can't be saying the shit he's been saying 5 years beforehand. I don't know, man. You're going to have to change him up too. He was one of the guys, he was one of the first guys that should have jumped.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't. And that's going to hurt him now. So. Who the fuck knows? I don't know about anything else to talk about here. I'm trying to remember if there was other stuff here.
Real quick, I just saw this video the other day, and it's been up for a few weeks now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I saw like and it's kind of sad too. But the whole stuff with I don't know if you saw the Maven video with Just Incredible.
Oh, I saw that.
That was a tough watch.
Hockey fan, what's up, brother?
What's going on, hockey fan? Appreciate everybody in the chat, by the way. But yeah, no, it was a very tough watch. To see like, Maven did it the right way. He kind of like was good at guiding the conversation to like not be too argumentative or combative with him, but you could just tell that, I mean,
Bro,
he's in a tough spot.
Just Incredible looks like Todd Gordon. Like, how did that happen?
He doesn't look like Just Incredible at all. Like, I'm like, if
I
that
thought he was
wasn't-
interviewing Todd Gordon. I was like, this fucking guy's still here? And it's Just Incredible. And bro, his fucking leg is black.
Yeah, I don't know what
his leg needs to be amputated. How is he walking around on that leg?
I don't know. And after he recorded that episode, apparently he like scammed another promoter. Like Maven said at the end, like he scammed another promoter out of money.
Well, I saw last night they did a follow-up show with Maven, Stevie Richards, and Rene Dupree. And Maven said that after the interview, he gave him money. He gave Just Incredible money. He found out 2 days later that he was already out of money, begging other people for more money. So he's like, yeah, that's why we changed the ending to our video. He goes, once I got that news, I knew.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I feel.
And they think he's got that leg like that. His leg basically decayed because he's been shooting drugs into his leg. Not so much diabetes. So,
yeah, I'm not too sure about all that. I don't know what his whole situation is with like addiction.
Right.
But it's just like it's sad, man. I mean, and you just hear stories about like, I mean, he brought them all up, and I mean, there's even more, but like of him just like showing up to, you know, like promoters booking him. He gets to the show, he takes the money, and then he just leaves.
Yep.
And he doesn't do whatever he was booked for. He doesn't do, and he leaves promoters high and dry.
That's a drug addict.
Yeah. And
because he's got to go buy the score and then go home and do whatever he's got to do.
And then what was it? I saw Stevie Richards like kind of because Stevie Richards was brought up in the original video. He did a follow-up or response on his podcast, and he was saying that he would see like when he would do like some of these ECW like reunion shows or whatever, these independently booked ones, not like, you know, not like a one night stand or something like that. That like Stevie Richards would be asking the fucking fans for gas money.
Not Stevie Richards.
Just Incredible's. No, Just Incredible would be, you know, asking people for fucking gas money. Which probably wasn't even gas money. It was probably just money he used for drugs. But
yes, his drug money.
Yeah.
He mentioned on Austin's podcast that people came to the house and tied him and his family up and held him hostage because he owed drug money to people. He brought that up on the Stone Cold show like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And it's a shame, man, because Just Incredible was like, I always thought was severely underrated back in the day.
He was the ECW World Champion as a shock because Lance Storm had signed with WCW. So they had this whole thing. I'll talk about this really quick. It's kind of complicated. Mike Awesome was the ECW champion.
Yeah.
His contract expired while he was ECW champion. He went to WCW as the ECW champion. Heyman sent the cops to Nitro to get the belt back. And he was going to sue WCW for, it's like, you're trying to put my champion on your TV. So WCW and ECW came to an agreement. Okay, we'll have him work one more ECW show so he could drop the belt, and then he's going to come back here. And Heyman goes, that's a great idea. And Heyman fucked over WCW by bringing back Taz to ECW, who's a WWF guy.
Yeah.
So you had a WWF wrestler versus a WCW wrestler in an ECW ring for the ECW title. Taz wins the title. Mike Awesome leaves. So then they have Taz lose it to Tommy Dreamer just to get it off of Taz because he works for WWF. Dreamer finally won it, whatever, because he never wanted to win it, apparently. Well, he won the belt. He's crying or whatever. Just Incredible comes out because Lance Storm had also left ECW for WCW. Lance Storm was his tag team partner in ECW.
Yeah.
The Impact Players, one of the greatest tag teams in ECW.
Yep.
He beat Tommy Dreamer. Everyone was like, holy shit, just incredible. This guy, he's a tag guy.
Yeah.
And man, the year 2000, he rode with that ECW title, man. He was in all the main events. He's whooping that ass.
Yeah, no, he was extremely underrated in my opinion. Because I went back and watched a lot of that.
He was
old
underrated,
ECW
but they were building him up, and they were doing a good job with him.
Yeah. And then yeah, I remember, he was brought in. Cougar Man said I loved him in ECW. I thought WWE should have made him a bigger deal in the invasion angle. Him going to WWE was the exact opposite of anything WWE would ever do anything with, if that makes sense. I mean,
well, he was already a WWE guy when they did the invasion.
yes, yeah.
He was doing the X Factor shit with X-Pac.
Yes.
Which I don't know why the fuck that was a thing.
Yeah. With that terrible theme song, in my opinion.
Well, it was Uncle Cracker. So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they were using Uncle Cracker. They're a bunch of grown men.
Yeah. But yeah, he definitely had his problems over the years. But even when, like, I remember, I gotta find the video again. I don't know if I can find it, but I think it was 2003, maybe. There was like there was a lot of people remember CM Punk's first TV match on ECW was against Just Incredible.
Yeah, Just Incredible.
Yeah. But they faced each other before that on the Indies back in like 2003, and that was actually a really good match too. I think it was for like FIP, which I think was a promotion of Florida.
And then Punk fought Raven. That was a huge thing too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's a shame, man. I hope he gets the help that he needs.
I don't think he's going to.
Well, that's the thing. It seems like that he doesn't have a lot of people around him, and the people that probably tried to get him help before, he's pushed away. So it's like
shit.
So it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm always gonna say at least on here, I hope the best for him, because I don't.
Yeah, we hope the best, but I don't think if this is a drug issue, it's not going to be resolved. He's had this drug issue since the 90s. I mean, this is not something
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. I again could be wrong.
He said Heyman. This is back in the day. He said Heyman used to pay him in weed for ECW. So I mean,
that wouldn't shock me.
You're asking for, instead of money for your family, you're asking for drugs.
Yeah.
So I mean, I heard that years ago. This is before all this. Yeah. And then you see where he's at now. You're like, yeah, this guy's just never going to change. He's going to be one of these guys where, unfortunately, he's not going to end well for him.
Whatever he's doing now is definitely more serious than weed.
Well, yeah. Look at his leg. He's injecting drugs into his leg.
I could be wrong. Again, I could be misremembering. And again, because he's had these problems for a while. But has he ever done that WWE like funded when they pay for your rehab?
I don't know. I think I heard them talk about it. I don't think they offered it to him, or he said they didn't offer it to him or something.
Which I think is bull, because they've offered it to. That's the one thing WWE has been really good about over the last like 10 to 15 years, is that policy where it's like.
The problem is though, man, he's an extreme addict. I mean,
true.
You're gonna have to get him in there like Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter, if I can say his name for that. You gotta have to tie him up and put the mask on his face and bring him in there and dump him off. I mean, first and foremost, unfortunately, he needs to get his leg amputated.
Yeah.
Before he does fucking anything. Which is, I would never say that about somebody, but his leg is black. He showed it to Maven.
Yeah, no, that
Maven said there was a huge boil that was coming off of his leg.
Ugh.
Okay? So that guy's health needs to get checked before he does anything else.
Yeah, he shouldn't be wrestling.
He shouldn't be at all. He shouldn't be on the streets at all.
He shouldn't be walking.
I don't know how the fuck he's walking with his fucking leg is like destroyed. I don't know how he's walking on it. But the drugs, he probably doesn't feel it. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah. Maybe.
Get DDP. Well, what's DDP gonna do for him? DDP's
DDP
helping these
can't
guys lose
be-
weight, not detox. He's gonna go to DDP's house and steal all his shit. You know what I mean?
Crazy that promotions would still book him. I agree. But some promotions are desperate and they'll do whatever they can to, bring him. I don't know how many people Just Incredible's bringing in nowadays. Probably not a lot because he has a reputation for fucking not even showing up to shows he's being advertised for. So, it's I think that's the only way he would learn though. I mean, again, I don't think he's gonna
You know what, man?
he's-
You know what pisses me off about all this shit? All these fucking people book him still because they want to just say, "Oh, he no showed and I paid him." They just want to get clout on the internet. It's like, stop fucking booking the guy. This is important. If he doesn't get bookings, eventually he's gonna run out of money and he's gonna have to seek help.
Yeah.
Okay? But these people are purposely booking him so that they could go on the internet and bitch about it. You're part of the fucking problem. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you see his name, don't donate nothing. Don't give him any money. Don't book him anywhere. This is not the same guy from 30 years ago.
No.
This is a guy who's on a warpath and he needs to be helped out. This is not helping the guy out.
No.
So, and you know what? That's what I'm saying. He's been having these problems for about 30 years. He needs to seek the help. When he's ready, which I don't think he's ever going to be, unfortunately, it's just going to be one of those stories, but he needs to get to a point where he needs to seek help. Sorry, my nose is all stuffed up. And I hope he does because he was great. But this is one of those where I think it's not going to end well.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got to be the one that makes the decision.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think he's all there.
No. But yeah, so I know it was a few weeks old, but I just wanted to bring that up because I had just recently seen the video and it was a tough watch. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That's on Maven's channel, Stevie Richards' channel.
Yes.
And Renee Dupree's Cafe channel, whatever the fuck that's called.
Yeah.
And
Maven's been killing it with his YouTube channel.
Maven needs to come back and do something for WWE, like a hosting thing.
Apparently, he was, and then the pandemic happened, right? I think it was, or like
No, he says that Triple H wants nothing to do with him.
Really?
Yeah, he did a video a couple months ago where he said he talked to somebody there, which is probably Randy Orton, his friend. And it said Triple H just had no interest. Not even in wrestling, just anything there.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Triple H is going out there saying, I'm willing to talk to anybody. Anybody. Well, you're not willing to talk to Maven.
Maven's more popular. Yeah, no, his shit is ringing off.
Maven should be hosting the pre-shows. He should be doing commentary. He should be doing something. He's got the look and he could talk.
Yeah, he has a great like.
He wasn't a great wrestler, but you could do something with this guy.
Oh
And
yeah.
It really, or maybe he was talking to Undertaker because he just did a show with Undertaker a couple months ago too.
Yeah.
Do something with this guy.
Yeah.
I know he didn't have a stellar career, but he's a first Tough Enough winner. People remember him from that. And a lot of the guys now respect him than they did back then.
Oh yeah, he still has a lot of good connections in the company too. It's like, because I think they know his intentions were always like, now in hindsight, they know his intentions were always like in the right place. Like he really wanted to be there.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I'm going to say something. These fucking WWF guys, these wrestlers, they're all fucking stupid because Vince McMahon, they act like Maven just got him backstage and just jumped in the ring.
Oh yeah, no, it's so dumb.
It's like, this is Vince McMahon. Well, he's got to pay his dues. Motherfucker, your boss is telling you that he's going to be in the ring now.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough of this horse shit. This is what killed WCW, the invasion. Because you had guys in the locker room. Oh, well, you guys tried to put us out of business, so we don't care if you guys get fired or not. It's like, dude, you all work under the same umbrella now.
Yep. I agree.
It wasn't Buff Bagwell and Booker T's fault that Eric Bischoff was giving the results away on TV. What are you blaming these two guys for?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The company's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, we were gonna go to business. Oh yeah, maybe your boss should have stopped writing friggin' checks to women on the side. You dumb fuck. Maybe that. Maybe that's why the water coolers are being taken out of the building.
Oh my god.
You knew he was gonna get sued.
That's funny.
The Miz had to go through that with Tough Enough and MTV.
Yeah. No. Miz got treated like dog shit, like literal dog shit, because he was a Tough Enough kid.
Isn't that ironic? He was thrown out of the locker room by the maniac.
Yeah.
The irony in that.
He was changing in the bathroom or in the hallway or whatever the fuck they threw him.
Yeah,
Like,
and the radicals too. Let me tell you something about these motherfuckers, okay? Big fucking crybabies when they came in. They weren't using us. They were using Hulk Hogan instead. Well, where are they gonna make the money from?
Yeah.
And the funniest fucking thing was when you watched Rise and Fall of WCW.
Yeah.
You had Dean Malenko shitting on them putting like celebrities in the ring in WCW.
Yeah.
Because they had Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus DDP and Karl Malone. Infamous match. I used to watch that match all the time. Dean Malenko goes, "Oh, that Dennis Rodman spot could have gone to one of our guys." It's like, motherfucker. It went to Dennis Rodman to get press.
Yeah.
So people go watch your fucking show. Yeah, put Hulk Hogan with Dean Malenko. Guess who's going to fucking watch it? Nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these guys, they were little fucking midget guys. They had the Napoleon complex, every single one of them. It's like, bro, you guys weren't setting the world on fire over there. Like, get over yourselves. Oh, we were treated really bad there. Yeah, you were treated very bad that you were getting paid fucking 10 times more than you were in WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking crybabies. I swear to God, these guys. Eddie Guerrero was the only breakout guy.
Rest in peace, Eddie.
Because Eddie Guerrero
peace, Eddie.
wanted to be the top guy in WWE and he worked his ass off for it.
Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
And the other guy, he was a fucking, in hindsight, he was a loser. What he ended up doing that to his family. Like, fuck that guy. I don't feel sorry for that guy at all.
Yeah.
He had a great match with Bret Hart. That was it. You can't put these guys. That's like if they were in WWF and they're like, why'd they put Stone Cold with Mike Tyson? It should have been Stone Cold with Dean Malenko as the referee. No one's fucking watching it.
Yeah.
Sorry. You think all that fucking media and press coverage are going to show up if it's Dean Malenko as the referee? No. You say Mike Tyson, you're getting a whole new fucking audience of people coming in. Anyway. That's all I gotta say about these radicals, these fucking crybaby assholes.
Oh, man.
Just saying. Eddie was the best. He was, because he was true. You know what? He had a lot of problems, that guy, but he always kept everything in the ring. And he was, at the end of the day, he was a good soul. He was a good human.
Yeah.
He just had problems. Okay?
And the way he like, I don't know, like, especially in the last couple years, the way he kind of like blended his real life struggles into his character, and like just it was just like he was above everybody, a lot of other people that came over from WC. He was like just on, like, you felt when he spoke on a microphone, you felt him.
Captain Cash, what's up, man?
You felt what he was saying. Oh, when he beat Lesnar for the title, that place went fucking.
No Way Out 2004. I remember.
Oh my, that place went nuts.
By the way, Bill Goldberg speared Lesnar for Eddie Guerrero to hit the frog splash. Nobody remembers that part.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that was yeah, Eddie and China were great together too. But yeah, no. So recipes Eddie Guerrero and I mean thoughts to D Malenko because I think D Malenko doesn't he have something going on? Or
Yeah,
am
he's
am I
got the
tripping?
Michael J. Fox shit.
Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Listen, I like Dean Malenko, but
Yeah.
then when you hear these
Yeah.
guys tell stories, you're like, these guys
oh
are,
yeah.
they're full of themselves.
Yeah, that's the one thing when I listen to wrestler interviews, I'm almost fully aware that I'm gonna hear stories about wrestlers that I really like
That
that are
spot
gonna
could have
make
went
me
to
feel like,
somebody else. Okay.
yeah,
They would have
yeah,
went to somebody
it's
else. And all the people from the NBA and all the media, they're not
Yeah.
going to be there. You want to get people watching a product, you moron.
it's the same. We talked about it when it happened. It's the same reason they had fucking Travis Scott in the ring when Cena turned.
Yeah, but you know the thing with Travis Scott's a little bit different because nobody gives a shit about Travis Scott.
Well, I mean,
He's not
I
as
mean,
big as Rodman was back in the. You know, WCW had to pull Rodman from NBA games to do the WCW stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, no, I understand that. And
The
again,
NBA was fucking scared shit that he was gonna get hurt in the ring.
I know in like our sphere, he's like Travis Scott's not that big, but I will say as someone who like listens to like that genre, he's huge. Like he's huge.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not at the magnitude. People keep saying the Rodman thing, but it's not at the magnitude as Rodman.
No, it's not the same magnitude, but that's I'm saying that's
The
same
celebrity, let me tell you something.
reason.
Celebrities in the last like 10 years, they've really fallen off. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up in the 90s and the 80s, celebrities were like built on TV as role models. Like they were larger than life. Even though we know now that half of them were anything but role models in real life, but these guys had an aura about them. I don't think celebrities today are like that at all. It's just one of those things where that just faded away.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot different now. It's a lot
Completely
different.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not even an actor that you could throw in there and be like, wow, that changed like wrestling. Nobody.
Yeah.
The Mike Tyson thing, when they did that, he was the only guy they could use.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, this guy fits WWF attitude. You can't find anybody like that anymore. It's a different world. I don't know. It just goes to show how fucked up Hollywood is, I guess. The celebrity thing doesn't work now, says Cougar Man. Yeah, I'm actually feeling better, Captain Catch. I've been sick for about a week. I had phlegm. And the irony is I'm feeling better, but I sound worse. Which is weird.
Yeah.
But I should be ready to go by Thursday or Friday. I should be 100%. I'm thinking by Friday I'll be 100%. Just my nose is getting like, as I'm talking, it's just getting congested.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree, Cougar Man.
Yeah, things were different back then, man. It was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Because now, you know, I think social media ruined that for a lot of people. Because now, like, you have a celebrity, and then on social media, well, this guy voted for this guy, and this guy did this, and this guy did that, and oh, he got caught on camera doing this, and caught on camera doing. It's like you can't buy that any of these guys are role models anymore.
Yeah.
The fact that Mr. Fucking Beast, the YouTuber, which I never even heard of until about a year ago, kids look up to that guy. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
He's just some regular looking fucking doofy asshole. He looks like he could be a next door neighbor, that guy.
Yeah, he has 300 million subscribers.
Yeah, like where the fuck where did this guy come from? Why do people watch this guy?
Beats me.
He looks like a fucking beaver, this guy. I don't know. Hey, I don't fucking know, man.
Make your money. Do what you gotta do.
Travis doesn't fit with The Rock or Cena. He's probably not even going to be at WrestleMania. Who knows?
No. Well, I don't know.
Like, if he's there, I don't think he'll be in the ring with them. But now Triple H to say, oh, he's training to wrestle. It's like, God damn it. Yeah. You know what's going to happen, right? That guy's going to smoke too much, go to the ring and get hurt.
Yeah.
Or he's going to fucking no sell shit and then go into business for himself. It's going to be a mess. Mark those words, everybody.
All right. Does anybody have any questions?
I did not meet Rodman's manager. I met John Madden's manager. I never met Dennis Rodman's manager.
That'd be crazy.
I met John Madden's manager, and his name was John.
Oh.
And he was an old fuck. And it was him because I Googled it and I saw a picture of him. He asked me, what do you think? He didn't tell me anything. He was just some old guy that walked up to me. What do you think of the new Madden in the 2K game? I told him Madden sucked. And I explained why. He goes, oh, because I'm John Madden's agent, John whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, we're just trying to find out what people are saying about the game and the interest and all that.
That's super random.
And I was like, listen, people are just saying like it's the same stuff every year, and the 2K series brought different stuff to the football. And he's like, oh no, thank you, I appreciate it. And it was cheaper. And I told him people don't like that they signed a 20-year deal.
Yeah.
Because they had just signed it like a year prior to that.
Yeah.
That was when that was the year the hit stick feature was put in. And people were typing online, hit my dick feature. Like, nobody cared about that. Wow, you fucking use an analog stick to block. That's a revolutionary feature. Did you hear that Triple H was saying he wanted to quit because Vince wanted to put him in the ring with Ahmed Johnson? And it's not fair to put him where he can't succeed? Well, he should have quit. We would have had different company we were talking about right now if he quit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I never heard about that.
I don't know. Did you hear that Triple H tried to get The Rock fired? And John Cena fired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys remember that? Oh, no. That's not true, right? No, it's all true. It's all true.
There was another thing about Triple H this week, but I'm not going to bring it up. But it's really goofy.
What?
No, I don't want this. I don't want anything to get flagged.
You can tap dance around it. Just use different words.
Triple H was talking about, I don't know, the current situation that a lot of people are living through right now.
Oh, I know what you. Right, I got it. Okay, I remember this.
Said that, and compared it to getting great heel heat.
Yeah, that was stupid of this guy.
Which is so stupid.
He's fucking dumb.
To say that anything in the real world is like compared to wrestling is the goofiest shit I've heard.
Yeah, because he's a moron. That's why.
Yeah.
Hey, remember his father-in-law fired him a couple times.
Yeah.
And that was recently.
Yeah, no, he was,
I know what you're talking about. I read that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what, is this guy fucking stupid?
When I read that, I was like, that is the dumbest thing.
Dude, fucking Corky is smarter than this guy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sticking with my prediction. He's out of there this year. They're putting him in the Hall of Fame for a reason, to get rid of him.
Yeah. Maybe. And hopefully there's, because I do like the way he's been booking and the team that he has around him. But but again, I could separate the two. Like as the person, as the businessman / booker, I think he's doing a good job. But I thought that comment was
as a person, he's fucking dumb.
I think it was just tone deaf as hell.
Because he is. That's who that guy always cared about him.
Well, yeah, no, 100%. I You don't have to tell me twice.
He's always
You don't have to
hated
tell me
people
twice.
that weren't him. Like John Cena, the minute he appeared, he's like, gotta fire that guy, get rid of that guy. He didn't even give this guy a chance to do anything. Then he did the rapper gimmick, and that was it. He couldn't say nothing after that. Always guys proving this fucking guy wrong. Every time.
I know he has a good relationship with Punk now, but him and Punk back in the day was.
Well, yeah, and how much of that is actual a relationship? How much is just Punk playing ball with this guy? We don't even know. I hope they patch things up anyway because they got to work together. But they're never gonna forget this shit. He tried to get him fired too.
Yeah. Well, I remember specifically reading on the internet. It was right after that Survivor Series match that Punk was in with Triple H and
Yeah,
Shawn
where
Michaels.
he held him and said he was gonna be the next world champion or something.
Well, yeah. Well, it was like he was in the match, and it was in Philadelphia, which again, for CM Punk, it's almost like a second hometown.
Yeah.
Philadelphia. He helped, he got his career started there. The whole place was chanting CM Punk, and he had the loudest reaction out of anybody in the match. And apparently, Triple H and certain people were not happy about that back then.
That's why
Because he
Van
got
Dam
that-
was taken.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Van Dam had the IC title, he got the loudest reactions, and then Triple H was like, "We needed to just have one belt," and he took all the titles off everybody.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this guy hates everyone that's not him.
Yeah.
And all these people are like, "Oh, he's a great booker." It's like, bro, this guy fucked everything up for like 10 years. But because Vince is there, look, I guarantee you, all right, if Stephanie married fucking, I don't know, Hornswoggle, we'd be hearing about how he's such a great booker now that Vince isn't there. The problem was always Vince McMahon. The show was going to be good as long as you got rid of that old fuck face. Doesn't matter who you put in the chair. You could bring Vince Russo back, okay? And you're still going to have a better show than this Triple H shit. Telling you. I don't think Punk likes him. He's just working with him because it's about business.
Yeah, it's business. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I like how they're putting matches in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, we talked about that. Did you hear what he said about the fans complaint? Yeah, that was tone deaf as well. He said the internet's not a real place. I'm like, if it's not a real place, how come you guys shift to what the internet? Remember the Bryan Danielson shit?
And it's nothing new, too, because he was also calling out internet fans on TV before. He's done that in promos.
I'm telling you, this guy,
Yeah.
he's like Vince, his father-in-law. Remember when everyone was using Twitter and Vince was like, we're not using Twitter in this company, whatever. And he would mock the wrestlers that were using Twitter. And then a month later, he had a Twitter class for everybody. Because somebody explained to him that you can market your product on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he had a Twitter class for everybody. And then he fucking got everyone Twitter handles.
Yep.
After years of mocking it.
Yeah, that's literally the main.
He told wrestlers to delete off their phone or else he's going to get rid of them.
Twitter and YouTube were the main reason Zack Ryder got over for a little bit.
Right.
And then they were all like, oh, shit. They were like, wait, what?
But Vince McMahon didn't understand Twitter or YouTube. And he's like, nope, I don't understand it. I don't like it. Then somebody explained it to him and he's like, oh, yeah, we got to have classes to teach everyone how to use this shit.
Yeah.
These people are nuts. They got millions of dollars and they're fucking nuts.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Any questions in the chat before we go?
Yeah. Any questions at all? Did you want to do a recap show on Monday? Or
Monday's going to be iffy. Maybe Monday night. Because here's the thing.
Monday,
Switch 2 pre-orders might go up on Monday.
Mm.
Which, if that happens, that's really fucking dumb. Because it's the day after Easter. You're really fucking with people at that point. Yeah, whether they go up or not, Monday night I should be able to do it.
Okay.
Because if I have to go over there Monday, I'm going to be there during the day. I'm not going to be there at night.
Yeah. If not, we can work something out. But
yeah, that's fine. Any questions? I'll give you guys like 2 more minutes. Let's talk about the who?
Who is that?
I'm not reading anything with that name. Sorry, Stevie. I love the show. What's up, Stevie Mac?
Yeah, thank you guys for all coming in. I know it was like kind of out of nowhere, random early stream, but
Yeah, I
you
knew,
guys
but I
for
felt I was gonna post everything earlier, but I fell asleep.
yeah.
And I woke up and I was like, oh shit, I hope it's not after 3. And it was like 11. And I was like, all right, good. Is it Monday a public holiday? I don't know.
No?
Didn't you guys call years ago and say the Hall of Fame would eventually put matches in? Maybe. I don't. Hey, man, you would know more than me, and I'm the one that did those shows.
Yeah, yeah. We might. I mean, we might have. I mean, I know we might have brought up before that like UFC did it, and that eventually it would be cool if WWE would do it, because UFC's been doing it for a while now, like putting actual matches into the Hall of Fame. So
Let me look this guy up really quick, because I don't think Stevie would blindside us like that. So, okay. Okay, so this is a guy. This is not anything bad. This is an indie wrestler. This guy might have been on AEW.
oh,
Luigi Primo. He's a professional wrestler who identifies as a pizza chef and uses pizza making skills as part of his wrestling persona. He's known for incorporating pizza dough, spinning, and other pizza related elements into his matches.
what the fuck?
Wait till you see this guy. He's a complete Guido over here.
I'm looking him up now.
I'm Italian, so I could say that.
Yes.
So don't cancel anybody. Go cancel your own ass.
Oh my god! Holy shit! He's got the mustache and everything.
Where he delivers personalized and humorous messages to the fans. He only wrestles on the independent promotions. Okay. I think I did see this guy in AEW though.
I think this guy's had some stuff go viral. I think I've seen him before.
Was he in AEW or TNA? I see him with Santino.
Oh my god. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is all right,
This is
Stevie.
hilarious.
Thanks. Good thing I Googled it.
It's hilarious. It's funny. It's what the fuck? Yeah, he is flipping
Forget
that
about
bell
it.
around.
This guy put in he put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you guys called it. Well, I hope we did because we like being right on this show. He wrestled a match with Santino the other day.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Good old Santino. Captain Catch, take care, buddy. He says, have a nice Easter.
Yep.
You
Thank
too.
you, man. I appreciate it, man. You too.
Everybody in the chat, have a nice Easter.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming through and hanging with us for this episode, this predictions episode. We'll try to be live Monday night. We'll see. That's to be determined. But we'll for a WrestleMania rundown. Be sure to tune in to Game Complainers tonight. What time are you guys going live with that?
Around 9:30 or 10.
9:30, 10.
There's going to be a massive Xbox for it. Man, Xbox just can't stop being stupid. We can't go 1 week without these guys being dumb.
So, but yeah. So be sure to tune into that.
He was in a segment with Jericho. His career's over.
Oh damn!
By the way, Jericho is saying, "Oh, I'm gonna start talking to WWE to try to go back there." He's doing that to get more money off Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Just stay in AEW. Nobody gives a fuck about you, Chris Jericho. You fat slob.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys have a good rest of your week. Have a good and safe Easter. Have a good enjoy WrestleMania. And we'll be back with a recap show sometime next week. I'm Nick.
I'm Perry.
And we'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your night. Goodbye.
You too. Goodbye, everybody.